Twin Shadow in the Big Room. Show tonight will be in our bar, the album Eclipse on Warner Brothers. When I was listening to Eclipse, that struck me as a very personal song. So talk about that song in as much personal detail as you're comfortable with.
The song Eclipse.
Yeah, no, I'm Ready.
Oh, I'm
that
Ready.
We just heard.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm Ready is kind of, I moved after 10 years of living in New York and being beaten down by that city. I finally moved to Los Angeles, and the song was kind of it's kind of my own like anthem to moving to a new place. There's kind of so much pressure after you've lived somewhere, especially like New York, and made so many friends in a city like that. There's this kind of crazy pressure to kind of acclimate to another space, and so it was kind of my like way of welcoming the city into my kind of heart, I guess.
Okay.
And trying to tell myself, it was like a letter to myself to open up and be open to new experiences and new people.
So you moved to LA and you decided to record your album in a cemetery, and you were very alone for a lot of. Talk about the Hollywood Forever Cemetery and how you're even allowed to record there.
Well, most people aren't allowed to record there.
Okay.
I was just crazy enough to ask, and they were crazy enough to say yes. So it had never been done before, but if anyone knows the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, it's this really beautiful cemetery in the middle of Hollywood, and it's not only active in the sense that they're burying people every day, but it's also active in the sense that they have events there, they have concerts there, they have just all kinds of different events. They have a movie night that they do during the summer that's once every weekend, and it was just a place that I felt was kind of representative of it's kind of the first place I hung out in LA. So it felt important for me to try to record somewhere there. And we asked, and they happened to have a chapel that was the oldest building on the property. And we asked, and this guy Jay, who's a really amazing guy, he said yes, and he took me around all these mausoleums, and I got really creeped out.
Yeah.
He was like, "You can record in here. There's dead bodies to the ceiling." And
wow.
I was like, "No thanks." Got anywhere with no dead bodies, and he had a place, so we grabbed it.
Well, that's interesting to me because as a culture, cemeteries are places that we generally, unless we're paying our respects to loved ones, we don't cross over into them. We drive by them all the time. And here we have a cemetery where they have concerts and movies. That's interesting to me.
I think LA is just turning into this really active place where that people don't want to just let spaces kind of die out or no pun intended. I mean, like, they really just want to constantly bring life to space in LA. I think that's what's making that city a really, really amazing place to be right now. So, yeah.
And it rained the other day, so that's good. You have a little bit of water to go back to, theoretically. What are you going to play for us next?
I think we'll do, let's do Turn Me Up.
All right, Twin Shadow in the Big Room.